When barai ka kui mala me chadol ka pieri be bor a koba min Juba wana. Jan bin arai tino ngu gotin ki ngu jek tino. Mala chadol ka pieri cha ma de wore ne jan cha kor cha benang. Ka medan cha wore ne cha wan chi gudya ini. Cha biji bang me bijal ka. Ajan bakula malo. Michael. Cha joy wo jan chi kor ndi cha ro ling cha ro kap chong. Ajan ka me jien ka me wo mor le ka kor ndi ka dan ka me jien ka me wo mor le ka kor ndi ka mor le me jien ka me wo nor ka kor ndi ba ling chi ba la ka video ni. Gan General Mecha kam manadamat dial kota Sudan tin tekel ke pi kanal wo cha lad medini jen cha la de long we are one yam ye manadamat dial tin ki bang kete cha namat wo ngude la do chiron cha la de ngude la do ka ngu ka la do te cha la ki fan ken go si kor di tel ni wo wan ngude mena na dom ni ngude me pe ok tu wan ngude me nanga mana wan joje wona ne ada guru kor di ta me ku kon wo jen kana jakatal foni wano roy jin kute ko tama ko ne jin man dama sie madano ma dialen kon charamat ko to Sudan wona ne de jonglei de gat ke de te chaganang de man de te chaganang men de na lotin ko ne de chari de kalat ko ne de kon chanang tama tanken liu ka dor wo mi chaganang ka mor de mi chaganang lo biran dor gen wo char baro de kwal ke jen chabu chup ba wali worew ko ne char mi chakalat de ran la kwal mi tagat mi chiro de kwal mi chiro de bom le gore ne ba gore kuma jandaro ya kwal de char ma de yulu ka de la mazin de mani e chop go wetin gani na mo de na lu antama kon la jigo wo na mi cha wi ya ga ber pin la wa wo man la wa ka je ne ka ya ken kan bi ken diga liwa kana rew gani na mo de na lu kin wan chi de liwa do ru tan ken liwa ga de tama ai ba na mo ku chara wo men guru de lat jan not rewde wo yen man da mat ke jin pi kanal medan chan we ban gatol ka pai ke la charwat an pol gan ke te mi che worio payamat ko tini na dur ke ni darew kana payam kan gwa ma chai chop ni gwa ma medan chi wene ne de kun de la mo ga dor de kul dol na dor ma de mal kul ling long de kul te kan de ling ban ne te mal melat ke de lo dorun gani ni te mo cha ko te ye ko ne mi chi ubi cha la de ko jilo de ko char de ko jagui ka tan de le ni char de ko la am ni de diri gelde diri yolat er ku mo cha ko to no sei da mi di ko mi chi ko no wona ne kon bi ko jakate gani bi min guru wo diri lo ko ba di ni jen mi de ko kule ni lo ji ka gang pom ni ko ni mi dam te chong bi la jo gi ti chong blo jo ko kai ko ta mo de me te me na ko du ko ni sei da ko ni tama diri dorin chali bija diri wuro diri duk ki ayot diri ko nyo moy rol tin kan payeme dong de mal kan tol kan de ko wo de ko wo loida kani wa de to no
Thank you so much. I think this time they have got it right. The first, I just want to outline to emphasize on the points he has made. One is that the mass mobilization by Nuer and the Dinka has reduced, and people can witness that. That the only area where there are still issues are the issues of abductions, cattle raiding, and road ambushes. Where improvement needs to be made is the roads opening. He gave an example that sometimes the women or children that escape from their abductors end up dying in the forest because there is no proper road that can lead them to their communities. So sometimes he says we go to the borders and we find dead people in the forest because they escaped from abductors, but they did not find the route that is leading them to where people are. So he's emphasizing that we need to improve on the roads opening. This is what we want to do. The final thing, which is a question I think to all the communities, is that why there is no accountability? Why women and children are being abducted, but there is no accountability? I think this question cuts across the three communities. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I think we are done with those speakers. So I think we will get back to those of Big Beach and Uno. We can also highlight that some progress has been made in the establishment of Nanam and Uno centers by RSDF partners. So these centers are functioning, and I think this is some progress that has been made in the corridors of Nanam. We can see there is interaction every Sunday afternoon. The paramount chiefs, the youth from Greater Pibor Area, they call and interact with people in Nanam every Sunday using Starlink. And this is the same thing we want to do now so that representative from UNO and Beach can also share their ideas or any questions to the people or some kind of that. Are we set, Roberto? Yes, we are almost there. Can you mute? Yeah, Bal, you are doing well. Keep the camera like that.
The camera muy coisa.
Yes, yes, yes.
The camera muy.
Uh, William, the opportunity is given to you, and I hope is your opportunity now to talk.
So I'm giving it to a job right now.
Very good.
وبقول أنا بسلمكم. Can I translate ولا كلام ده كيف؟
Level chain translators ngato.
Tim, just talk.
Karong video kozo zoriori. Ngana ne to katal gigi manaze majen please kanalo katal warotele gigi agono. Agone ket gija bono rot ketenyeri kakamboro ron bale kinda. Katal boro gini jo. Madanga today. Karong golji Vijay Kogben Akoba Kelem ya wawanet juru Karong boro mam guna wangana antu boro kaza che mama bala ni mwibale karong boro kaza che karong boro mam ko ke karya karong kaza che mama ni che baru ya gol guna wangana ko ke ba ko akata karya mari che gol ko ke ben be karong boro matar karya kabu kebya matare kebya karya ngana ante kabu ko to bola ta ben karya kadirin kallem nya turu fiat jurru kaza woro lo gol jakko ba e chabab jakko ba gije ni en kanono katal boro na woro giji ka kure ben guno ka kuka ba guno awne ka pachare te ni tiya ka be ngina ne to katal dal ci roge to oro dal chanya mana de majuna en pir kanal karrer gi ni joro yo utugudin gon gi ni jo jurru boro bugna na da kiya na ngado korom tengena kamanya giji ger jaron kiya loy ka kile gi ni jona ngado giji karon kiya kuduwa ona karon kudum to ne
I think it's clear. Hello? Toot.
It's a yes, William.
Is still continue speaking.
no
Yes, it is clear. And then now it goes to beach. Are those of beach online?
Those of which were online.
Now
Now they got it.
But who can you go up? Okay. If there is a question.
Not fat Bature.
But who can you go up? Put your camera up.
any questions?
Okay. Now you have heard them speaking from Uno. Any question from here to them?
That is online. Yeah. The same thing. On the wall. No, I cut him off. Oh.
Okay. Thank you, big team, Uno team, for your contribution. I think points you have raised will be discussed as people move on. And maybe we will have team of Big Beach later if their network is good. Yeah, as we were exploring these questions, we have seen the Dinka community have outlined what they think has improved, what has not improved, and a question to the Murule. So I just want to ask, does Murule community have a question so that people can go to groups? Any particular question that you want to ask to the Nuer or to the Dinka?
Kadala to ka digri nga to makada chabab makada ologa cengti wa ngaro do nga to ke ben pis kanal kada ubonanu yo kada di kana marco apache kena te bertet karong de kanyi jinan temelen kanyi jinen che ganon mob jinako abona rode ba amade kotorei kemeto rotele chalangen boyen mano ko ibale koroe makalingling na ken pit kanal marabana ol berteta karu gila bakka ole te pit kanalo tong eten ne cho kondau parkana kadai keja akom gichi kadane ete bertet korbangan ete peta pit kanal ko tong ete kon gone ket ganon kom kinna kade warra ko kade wonna anya kalchi makado kadane utugud gollo noko makachin nana alangan rikani wen morta anya kalchi ngan kajin ngana bachi majer rogate urumet ino ko leo koroget rot kemet ka kam kutonok bala pe akam kinna ngadat kaga langale tanan buki bale kutono ni caga ta berteta rumnyet babar ko ko rumaruo kaga ya gerde maje nya ci jarroko obona kemet rot calangen boyen katido kalwen matu labak katido ya labak kabang nabuk labak ko kom gicigar barkada madi madengena ngene chan ne baba ni kadene gicikaron kuruayo ngi do olwa enwer keben bor keben dengka olbeta bor karong ki jino kedene marim no kuma kulle golloa laba kefte baka karoge labak noko karoge ka labak karoge labak mane anga chane ya nueri aku baru murle labak ane anga chane ya verteta korobongane ya gie jikat be bor aku rum nueri ka labak awo bora gamani daol gie ci wana kan manya bollo ko woka gola barum loy labak barka jinnu gollo keroko nako gulo bore gonu nako di ngan gini ci maka cinna ngana nyi gay nyalang naka gali tanana ko neta yo karong de kana kedene marong nyu golle choko keve labak ke chadua no kaka ganto iri chadi gici golu noko iri chadi gici golu noko jurung ol chen boroko jonko lene chongana nga to noko ngentona ol chen boroko ngana karong di gole choko gole kede chai gole cho leo ngani nyi jay kabura gole cho rotele gole cho lang na kalema me kede te ol chodoi bari noko nana ol yo beta borino ino noko ino ol nen chi ala te dikiro yo chokora ngato ol beta bor wenu chegi noko nen chi noko makara mena kita noko ngorona chiro di noko lang kadawina noko bor ya kawle unan bal kakati noko bor ya ka lang alang ali chi ruge eh noko bor ya kamu unan lang katang de tang bada inu banyer di batere bubu lo gijang ke golau ino ko nana maka ngada ten kyo nako digan ngana ngana kanyi dolo wala wonan le ngada ten ava ngana ino ko malang olle ko gole cho tet ka titol nya do la digan ne tor kiri dioi anya juba ngana kya gurum tor diri gini cho kabur nana ro to gini cho de chai lang gini cho ka kama to gini cho de chai ka kiti karong ni chi kiti karong ka de chai ni chi de chai gini cho katal ne na ro tele tal gedog lai ko to gi cha bonno ko ka ko roget ko to genteren ka ko bonalo chinayo ka ko roget matu ko roget kaldo katal ne ka ben ngana
Shukran. Let me just try to capture some 2 points. Is asking that if the roads are opened between Murle, the Dinka, and the Nuer, are these roads going to be safer for the abductees? For example, if they escape from Murle going to Nuer, will they be safe on these roads? If they are escaping from Nuer to Murle, are they going to be safe? The same to the Dinka. That is the first question. 2 is that what is wrong with Manyabol Anyid Road? This is Bor community. And he was emphasizing that if Sultan, the Mama, and the rest go, if they go to his house, will he kill them? Will not kill them. So he's basically, when he says what's wrong with Manyabol Anyid Road, is talking about the incidences that happen, the blockage, the killing, and all that. So Dinka Bor community, you will go and reflect on this question of Anyidi Manyabol. What do you think is the problem? Why is this road not used as frequent as possible? There are still incidences of ambushes, killing, and all that. And then you will also, in your groups, you will also discuss the point of accountability, which is cross-cutting. Why is accountability very difficult? And then I think the question on the roads, all the communities will reflect, is asking, are these roads safer when they are open? So all the communities should reflect on these questions. I think we'll take you to the next step after here.
Don't ask.
Yes, yeah. Okay. I think now if we can hear you.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not with you.
Okay, now you can talk but we are not seeing you on video.
Yeah, it's not audio. It's not video. It is now an audio, it's not video now.
Okay, can we drop all of us so that we join the video call?
Okay, good.
Yes. Yes. Which?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Roberto, there. Uno, now you can start.
Big, go ahead. Big, go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
With me now, I have some chiefs that are going to talk on behalf of the chiefs in Bechibi. And one who is now going to talk is Apetamu Kapkap, who is now with me here. And I give this chance to him so that he will address the participant.
Let him just talk. We are having translators here. Don't worry, let him talk.
Kazao. Nanu. Igado. Katanmir. Kaza kuma. Kaza piganal. Salam alaikum. Tika dodo anetama itamu gain kap kap. Kakun karong kadayo. Rumi rinugo. Kanye nana talin. Katalne. Wajen piganal logo. Magonekit. Ginijo. Yuka dodo no. Anbaladu. Keritan. Olugen. Angi jiga bejo ana kam gijiga dodon yuga dodono giji katal ngati ningen anyake giji adarna roget ya majen maga cinana rogeta nugo anbal balijo lungum nejo yele jona en goynogo laben yelo ken tor geram noko ana kamurlen iben nuerin kedai ana kam idelo jam Manya ke nuko kyoka tebe jo janga to nuko kadaina dein bal geje ge makadaina de majeno ko ke to de makati nuko ke mane urano ko kabira ngate ke mane kalale dali ko ini jo katalne puma ke tido ko katalarot aljen pin kana logo ona do la gini jo nuko katalarot ale yo bondin gijina nuko kagon jurru ka korogit ala det tuna nueru nuko iki murlo iki boru abunaga kagon talam ka korogit ka kebto ka korong tali yobin din an bal ka kanon kadi jon leinuko na marugete pergi gi jabono ino na ga te kinijo kadongo ga jo kadan arawatale kanya ka talnin naga murli karong ya ganon ka kebto ka korogit tinuko kedua kadol tumno igala mangana gu yugar ijilan karoy kawonen wundi bodo niga are gi tugo jena ko kana ko te jalangen lo jololo abun wan ka kol gol lijo to dona gadu ko tol jen murle bin nuer nginante mabu bodo nuera bin gijuna kale be be nyoko ka ko ngolto ka kurucho ka girezo dol go ngena lugote kanyaki kajwana abun kalotana wan kilito ka kimiri ka katriya niga uga marong ganun didi abun gub niga alotanu kibita ka girizo ka kete dol ngao bunti ni jo terjan gol juna lukwanguleno buna kulli ka kibita ka kotol kani gabita lukwangule zeben kobo zeben manyabol nagado kagrezo naga ka kolta nijo golta lucha gwe be jale ngena tom nago nado le gete de kalji gai wan kata nuwoy golale ji juba katarnana nuko golje la ngabun golje changai ci dubar baliyo nga naga krezo ka ko kulit gol cingani tingiri gini jo bon kababan jurum ka telo buwa ka jiga lolo ka ka o jiga nyang nyamute ci wano ko bar maka hunu ni gaje ka boya na ga jo magarumo ka gini ni ka ke lemnya ka ga giji ga ron kirjene yumnen katal kuma king tido da benwe king tido da benol jona pi kanal loko katal gini jo ijago nuko tik obonai loji yu ka do ngana pungula nuko muka tiene ko chini di kate che chola
hard to reach areas.
gini jo
in Nanam.
Kun katal na gado.
Nanam is area located in western part
Kiji
of
rum
the
kada
GPAA.
yoyne.
And it
Salam
is
alaikum.
a river where the populations is dominated by youth. And those youths are the one who was usually creating problem on the border. Now we managed to link them up with the ICGS members.
Did you can even attend
now
tomorrow,
that
listen
the
online
guy
on what
has
is being
mentioned
discussed and all that.
points.
Thank you so much.
One, he was appreciating
At
partners
this juncture,
working
the
in
Minister of
building,
Gender,
and also
Child and Social Welfare of Jonglei State
appreciate the
has a
government,
question for the three communities.
necessarily
So,
state,
Honorable William,
Jonglei and
the floor is yours.
GPA.
Thank you very much.
He has
Today I'm wearing
the government, the
as
partners provide more water
Guriyai.
to the people.
That is why I'm just standing with
and,
this.
and to open roads that can connect
And
those
also, I
communities
want to know
with
the elders
towns,
also,
with the neighbors, so
like
that they can
me,
interact and they can
if we can
build
go and
relations.
abduct the children.
Because if you have relation with somebody, it will be difficult for you to
Okay, my question is this.
do bad things.
Now,
And also they are
we learned that
the youth from the
there are so many
communities,
children
Dinka and where
with the
that if it's
communities,
possible, they should open the roads
whether with
during this
Murle,
rainy season. They
with
can use
Nuer,
mosquito nets.
with
They can
Dinka.
move to open those roads.
Why
And he's
we fail to collect
very appreciating and he's
and
committed
inform
that
the government these
all
are
the
the
communities
children
should collect back the
in our area.
children.
Because if you have no power,
And
the
submit them to
government
government so
will
the
come
government can reunify
and
them
collect them.
with their biological
Why you fail
families.
to inform the government instead of allowing the children to run away? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. I think his question is clear that you are not reporting the children to the government because you are saying you don't have power because the youth are armed and they are powerful. You cannot approach them and take the children. But if you have the information of abducted children and women, why are you not informing the government where they are for the government to go and take them? That right? Good. You will discuss in the group. Now we want to, all the area coordinator, please, can you come and arrange your communities into 3 groups? We will have the Murle this side, the Nuer this side, and the Dinka that side. And then we reflect on those questions that have been asked, including the one for the Honorable Minister. Let's break to our groups. There was the one question is that why Murle is still ambushing people on the road? That is one question for the Murle. And then there is a question on accountability for all. One person asked, why is it difficult for accountability to take its cost? I think this one goes to all the communities. Then another question is on the roads opening, whether these roads, if they are opened, are they safe for the abductees? That, I think that one goes also to all the communities. And then there is a specific question on Anyidi Manyabol Road that goes to directly to Dinka Bor community. So there were 2 questions on road ambushes that came from Bor and the Nuer. So you will answer it as one question at the Murle community. And then the question of the minister goes to all the 3 communities. Why is it difficult to provide information if you know there are abductees in your community? Since you don't have power to collect, why are you not informing the government? Go and collect. Thank you. I think you can break to your groups. Claire, please come over. Come over. Area coordinators, please. In the next 20 minutes, we'll discuss in our groups and then agree on one person who will come and represent the responses to your questions. 20 minutes in groups. Yes, 20 minutes to answer those questions. Greater Pibor Youth, please. And a facilitator. Toot, Please come over. Can you organize your people? We are in groups. I don't know where he is. The ministers can just be observers. Yes, can just observe. But the commissioners joined the rest. Yeah, yeah. Simon Duop, if you are there, please come inside. Simon Duop, if you are outside, come inside. Speaker microphone. Okay. Bajai elaborate. Non koto online. Cut off question there. Question here. Question. You can just see such a problem. Okay. Good afternoon, dear viewers online. Thank you for taking your time to join Yagwong Media Productions, streaming live the ICGS meeting, the 7th ICGS meeting in Juba, Palm Africa. As you can see, the participants in 3 circles. This is now the language groups, mean the Murle, Dinka, and the Nuer. There are some questions that have been asked by different members of the community to their counterparts. For example, there are 4 questions that are being asked. One to Murle is that why are roads ambushes continuing, such as abductions and cattle raiding? That question is now being discussed by the Murle community. And then the Murle community asked Dinka Bor that what is wrong with Manyabol Anyidi Road as ambushes continue. The third question is to the Nuer by the Murle that if the roads are going to be opened, are they safer for people to use? Because there are concerns of maybe if these roads are open, there would be mobilizations that will take place and people will use these roads that have been opened. A question for all of them is that the Minister of Gender, Child and Social Welfare of Jonglei State asked the three communities that why are the communities not informing the government where abductees are, since they do not have power to collect them from the armed youth. It is important that they inform the government in Pibor and in Jonglei, who will then take the responsibility collect those children or women abducted in each community. So you can see the participants from the three language groups. We call them so. That is the Murle, the Dinka, and the Nuer. They are now discussing, providing answers to the questions that have been asked by different communities. So you will keep listening as you stream, as we stream live. So I'm by name Gordon Ayen. I work for Peace Canal as and I am the MC of this seventh meeting in Juba. I think just to give you more background into this seventh meeting, the ICGS stands for Intercommunal Governance Structures that comprises of 44 members from 11 counties. That means one county is being represented by 4 members. That is the commissioner representing the local authority, the paramount chiefs representing the traditional authority, women leader representing the women leadership, and the youth leader representing the youth leadership. So this structure was established after a Fury Peace Conference in 2021 so that a platform is created between the three communities to be able to find a common ground to address and resolve their differences, commit to resolutions that are aimed at peaceful coexistence, return and reunification of abductees, both women and children, to stop sporadic attacks, and to facilitate trade, and to also improve communication and coordination between the communities. This ICGS structure is being shared by the local government ministry in Jonglei and is being shared by the chairperson of Peace Commission in GPAA. This is a community mechanism that is seen to be part of sustainability after the project is concluding. Even after the project is gone, we anticipate with the knowledge, the skills they have acquired during this time they have been meeting, we hope that the ICGS as a body will continue the processes even when the project time has elapsed. So this is the background I want to give you as participant joining us live online. On the other side of Peace Canal is a national non-governmental organization established in 2021 with strategic support from Peace Building Opportunities Fund, POP, and UKH. Peace Canal does peace building, working with communities in conflict in Jonglei, GPAA, Lake State, and Waraf. Our programs are dynamic in a way that we plan together with communities. As you can see, the ICGS, we have similar structures in different communities. For example, in Lake State, we have the Kududor, who are grassroots peace committees sitting monthly and responding to conflict early warning issues, reporting to government, mediating conflicts in Greater Rumbek, like the recent violence in Greater Rumbek. The Kududor are the one, together with the government of Lake State, went to the cattle camps to de-escalate the tensions, separated the cattle camps. Thank you. One of the audience asked a question on the ICGSs, that what are the achievements so far, the outcomes, and how these outcomes are being sustained. Thank you for your question. As you may be aware of the dynamics of Jonglei GPAA, since the establishment of the ICGS in PRE 2021 Peace Conference, I'm happy to tell you that the mass mobilization in Greater Jonglei by Dinka Bor and Nuer combined has reduced. As we can attest to this, the mass mobilization in thousands has stopped. Murule, Dinka Bor, and the Nuer do not mobilize in hundreds or in thousands anymore since the establishment of the ICGS, because the youth leaders who lead these mobilizations have been targeted and they are members of the ICGS. Coming to sustainability of these outcomes, I can also say there are over 200 or 300 abductees that have been returned by both communities to their families, which has really shown a progress. And then the sustainability of these outcomes this is why after 3 months, these ICGS members sit together, review the progress, and see where there is more progress to be made and challenges to address. I hope I have answered the question on how these outcomes are being sustained. People sit down to review and re-amend and reinforce the efforts as they sit after 3 months. Thank you. Question 2 is that what have been the biggest challenges faced by the ICGS in bringing together diverse communities like Jonglei and GPAA, and the leadership addressing these challenges? The biggest challenge in bringing this for the ICGS is that the criminality, the sporadic attacks by criminal youth is still ongoing. And this is a major setback to the ICGS as a structure. They plan for a meeting. There are some people in the bushes still planning attack, killing people on the roads, still taking children and women. So this is a major setback, and the issue of accountability. The leadership in the state are trying, but sometimes the youth are powerful. They are well armed. They have all sorts of ammunition with them, and they are really wild. That sometimes the government forces hold victims in different scenarios because the youth also are powerful. So the leadership is also facing challenges of accountability in regard to the outcomes ICGS always propose. Of course, at the level of the ICGS, yes, there is the immediate resolutions around abductees, around certain things that fall within their jurisdictions are implemented, like collection of women and children and reporting them to the government. Usually, this is within the mandate of the ICGS. They always retrieve and hand over abducted children to the government, and the government inform the partners like Save the Children that does reunification of abducted women and children. In the span of this year, March, January, we have seen over 20 abductees being returned and exchanged between these three communities, which is a good sign on the part of the ICGS as a structure trying to implement youth and women involvement. Yes, as you can see, as I have outlined, the ICGS includes everybody, the youth and the women, particularly the armed youth. These are the people we are targeting in this regard because they are the actors in the conflict that happened in this triangle of Jonglei GPAA. So the women and armed youth are participating actively, and you can see in the circle the women representatives are there discussing, adding their voices, also making decisions on behalf of other women who do not have the chance to come. Those are women representatives, they are women leaders in their respective communities. They are being respected, and people listen to them. Conflict resolution resolution mechanism. Like the ICGS, as I said, ICGS work as conflict early warning monitors in the face of challenges or in case of any mobilization. The ICGS members have got trial points with them in each county. Of the 11 counties, there are 11 trial points in which the ICGS member can share any relevant information regarding to any conflict, whether a mobilization or a planned attack. These ICGS members always inform each other, and this helps communities to prepare to evacuate hotspot areas on time, so that they are not caught up in the issues of the conflict. Long-term vision. The long-term vision is to have an ICGS as an independent body that is incorporated within the Ministry of Peace Building, that will become a local mechanism that can be used across South Sudan with other structures that are relevant. They can be facilitators of peace, they can be mediators. This is the long-term vision we are thinking. We are well aware of funding landscape is shrinking in South Sudan and in the world. This is why we want to invest in the ICGSs so that they can take over the responsibility of the local partners. They will act as local NGOs. When they are registered, they can become a body that can be supported by any partner, or the government can use this body as mediators of peace in their communities. And then on the coordination with government, yes, the ICGS members are coordinating with the government, especially the Ministry of Peace Building and the Ministry of Local Government and the Peace Commission, because these the ICGS are affiliated to these ministries. The commissioners are under the Ministry of Local Government. The chiefs also are under the Ministry of Local Government. The ICGS members, the youth and women, are members of the Peace Committee that who fall under the Ministry of Peace Building. In Jonglei GPAA, Peace Canal with support from POP have created an online platform which we call Commissioners Online Quarterly Meeting. It happens after every 3 months, where commissioners have an opportunity to share challenges, successes, and what they want to do going forward. So this platform has been created as a way of enhancing coordination between the county commissioners of Greater Pibor Administrative Area and Jonglei State. Message to the people. The people watching online, our message is simple. As South Sudanese, peace begins with you. You don't expect peace to come to your community, or you don't expect anybody to bring peace to your community when you are not when you yourself you are not peaceful. Let's take this as a challenge to ourselves. Let's be peaceful. Have peace with yourself, have peace with your neighbor. So the peace starts with you. From you, it goes to your to your family. From your family, it goes to your community. From your community, it goes to your county. From your county, it goes to your state. From your state, it goes now to South Sudan. From South Sudan, it goes to the world. This is how we view peace. Peace begins with me and you. So talk peace, work peace, and do peace. This is the only way we can get out of the cycle of violence in South Sudan as a whole. We must stop hate speeches. We must stop tribalism. We must stop segregation and things that are not taking us forward as a nation. For us only to succeed, we must accept ourselves as South Sudanese, work for peace, and put aside our differences. Brothers agree and disagree. Conflict is inevitable in every society, but people find ways to resolve them. As South Sudanese, as a South Sudanese peace practitioner, I'm calling on all of you to find a common ground, resolve your differences, resolve differences with yourself, and then resolve differences with your brother, resolve differences with your community, and then resolve differences within the wider South Sudan community. Thank you for your questions, and thank you for listening. Keep posting more questions. Keep posting what you think can be done differently moving forward in terms of accountability across South Sudan. This is a major challenge we are having. There are efforts being put by partners, by those who care about South Sudan. But then, what is being agreed upon by communities is not implemented 100%. There are challenges within the communities. The armed youth are having guns, and it is the role of our government to take these guns away in the hands of the civilian so that people can go about doing their businesses, cultivating, and rearing their cattle. So without these things being removed from the hands of the civilian, the guns, we will always come to discuss. Tomorrow, the lack of accountability will take us back to conflict. The polarization of arms within the local communities will not allow these outcomes to be implemented in letter and spirit. So thank you so much. Keep those questions coming, and thank you for being online. Thank you so much. one person who will go and present those points. Could be area coordinator because he will present them quickly in English.
viewers about what is going on here in ICGS meeting hall. We have just been split into groups, 3 groups, based on the communities Dinka, Bor, and Launwer, and Gawar, and Murle community. There was some question that was posted by those communities in the first sessions of today. So we split the groups in order to go and discuss the questions that was directed to them by other communities. For example, the Murle community has 2 questions. The first question was about why our roads ambushes continue and some abductions and cattle raiding is continuing. That was the first question that was posted by Dinka and Nuer to the Murle community. The question number 2 was about the accountability. Why the accountability not taking place up to now? We have not heard about any criminals who has committed crimes on child abduction or cattle raiding or ambushes on the roads being brought to the justice. Why it is difficult to bring the criminals. So these 2 questions was given to the Murle group, and they have deliberated and discussed it, and they come up with some answers. The first question, which was about the road ambushes, they put it very clearly that this is true. We cannot deny that there is criminals who are very active in road ambushes and also in cattle raiding and child abductions up to this moment. Although the frequency of this activity is reducing, it is not like before, due to the impact that was made by this forum ICGS. They managed to talk with the communities, they managed to identify the criminals, and they managed to mitigate the situation. That is why we have seen reduction in the conflict dynamic and also in the rate of frequencies that we used to hear about, like abduction and cattle raiding. And but they have justified that the reason the criminals are not known, they are not moving in groups. They move as one person or 2 or 3 individuals targeting certain roads and do what they want to do, and then will come back. So definitely when they fall in the hand of the government, they will not be spared. They will be brought to the accountability. But the problem, usually they are in very far areas where there is no government presence. So that is a problem.
Are they safe there? So that was the question, whether they are safe there. So this is the question we posted to them. So they will present. Yes, we have asked them and these people because it was important. So are you ready? Are you ready to present? Okay. You're ready to present? We are presenting. Yes. Okay. Just read out based on your question.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to question number 1. That is going direct to Murle. Why road ambushes and child abduction and also cattle raiding are still existing? So to us, we are not going to deny that. Of course, we know we have criminal. No one among us that can say we don't have those criminal. I accept that criminals are there. But the issue is that criminal are those people that are stealing themselves within the community. And for us, the leaders on ground, we don't identify them. Who are those criminal? Like this is a person who decided to just move anytime that he wanted. And for you, a red chief or youth leader, you don't know. And also, this criminal is not only going to steal something only from the Nuer or Dinka alone. Even within Murle, I think you all had even of road ambushes within Greater Pibor, like some time when we were going for conference in Pibor, you also out of it that we have the same issues within ourselves. That thing is there. And now, what we are going to do to solve that problem is that we are going to form a red shift council in all the payams of Greater Pibor, Gumruk, and Likwangole. We are going to form a red shift council to run these issues. Like if there are some criminal in that side of Likwangole, as me in Gumruk, I might not know. And the person in that area will get the knowledge. So those people are to move in group up to that area where this criminal is and ask the people from there, like maybe chief or the youth leader or any person who have knowledge about that, and then they are going to get this person. So this is the measure that we are going to take, and very soon we are going to implement it. This is to number one. And the last number to why accountability is not functioning. First of all, let me say, every kind of crime that is happening, we are going to share with the government. Even government have knowledge. Because if I come from the village and I talk to a commissioner, he's a part of the government. So government are aware of the of any kind of criminality that is happening. And there, the only problem is that government are not having powers. If I say power, the law is not there, and the prison to put perpetrators is not there. Even the soldiers to go and arrest those people are not there, because soldiers and the prison are the part of government support. So if those people are not there, who will do all that thing? So that is a reason why such criminality is not being brought to judiciary. And lastly, sometimes if we say, okay, like we agree and we say, let us go and collect some children, then tomorrow, if I go back to where I am, and when I talk to my people that let us collect the children, and okay, if I said, okay, let us collect the children, and also something else happened, like the other attack that happened in Nanam after the ICGS meeting that we held in Pibor, and also the same attack that is happening in Ngorok. So I think it will be very difficult for me to go and tell people that, okay, let us collect the children. And sometimes if they say, accept and say, okay, here is the child. So to get that person who is a criminal is a bit difficult because I am alone and maybe they are like 10. So they will defeat me. These are the points that we are having. Thank you.
Thank you. I think think the last question was why government is not being informed where abductees are. Because it's about letting the government know. That was the question. But it's okay if you have answered it that way. But the question is, why are you not informing the government where abductees are if you cannot collect them? That was the question. But it's okay. Let me move to Okay, thank you so much, Honorable James Nyaksho. It's saying that the government is usually informed where abductees are, but the government is unable to go and collect them because the armed youth are powerful and they can't even defeat the government. So I think that is the answer. Let me turn to Greater Pibor, if they are ready. Alair Jacob. Alair Jacob, please. Be brief as possible. Okay. Kene presentation by Dinka Bor. So question there I check it volume. The question. Oh, okay. Dinka were given 2 to 3 questions. One question is asking them what is wrong with the Manyabol Ajindi Road with ambushes continuing. And then the second one is accountability issue. And then the last one is the beach, Wuno, who are already established. The community of Murule are asking that our elders and women are coming nearer to the center. Are we safe? So the rough ideas for the first question from Dinka community, the reasons why there is ambushes and continuing ambushes at the road of Manyabolanyedi, they said there were 2 main issues. One was the incidents on the 31st of January after the conclusion of the meeting in GPAA in Pibor capital, where the cattle camp was raided in Aru Junction. So that time, the youth from the Dinka side were trying also to follow the foot mark of the cows. So that one was one of the reasons why the youth went to that side. The second one was the killing of the well-known hunter to the Manyabol community and Anyedi, Yol, who was killed when he went for hunting and his motorbike was taken. So that one also angered the youth and also they retaliate, the revenge. So basically on their side, these are the 2 things that they have admitted that why they were also revenging. The third one, they say they are criminals who are staying in the areas that may be known for Dinka, but they are not Dinka. These people also, they are doing some ambushes, and they suspected the soldiers and the other criminals. So there is a group who are not necessarily Dinka,
but they are also playing that game in the name of Dinka and Murle on the other side. So those people are there, and it is a work of security to know them and identify them and make sure they take the step. Now, the summary on the way forward. The summary, they said, number one, the responsibility of Anyidi Manyabo Road is absolutely to the two governments, the Jonglei and GPAA. On the Jonglei side, there is Division 8 who are currently in Anyidi now. They must take responsibility of the road. And on the side of GPAA, there is Cobra Division who are also in Kasalen. These are the two people who must take responsibility of the road. It is not a community issue and it is not a Dinka issue. This is an highway. The other things that will minimize road ambushes for the road workers, they are also appealing to the road management that okay. Corrections. I was informed that the side on the other side is not Cobra, but is Agreb division who are staying in Kasalen. So the media must know that it is not Cobra. And I think we are more of community. We are not well informed about the army structure. So this is why the community are still calling them like that. So apology from the community side. So for the roadside, they said the uniform need to be given for the workers at the road so that they are identified by uniform. Because we are seeing criminal on this side and that side can go. But if they have uniform, those who are working on Jonglei side and GPAA, and anybody sees them in uniform, it will be good. So this will be the one to minimize road ambushes. And then phone calls when the patrolling team are coming from GPAA, Commissioner of Gumruk can call his counterpart in Bor that there are team going and the youth will be informed so that people should not mistaken themselves. And the same thing from the commissioner, if the youth are going that side, he will also call his counterpart. There are more. And then they also said patrolling team on GBPA side should not reach to Ajagir. And then the last one on the accountability, they say accountability is a government responsibility. Security is for government. So this road, government should take full. So if the Dinka community are the one who are ambushing people on road, the government will catch them and they will be shown to the world. And then gunship, they say now these days, gunship is following those who are breaking. So if there are any raiders from Dinka side going that way, let gunship deal with them. The same thing on the other side. And then finally on Bij Uno, they said you are safe. And they recommend the establishment of Kadiang Center to have internet so that people in Kadiang can be connected, like what is happening. And also in Pulbura, and then in Lang in the other side, so that the communities at the borders can interact among themselves. I stop here. Thank you.
If you're happy with what they say, you clap for them. Thank you, Greater Pibor, for your answers. Later, you type them and send them to Rob. Now I want to give to Greta Akobo Nayut.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Simon Rob, representing the Nuer speaking group. We have some questions that were given, but I will read exactly what the group, the answers that were given. On the issue of road opening, the group responded with affirmation that yes, this road will be safe, and they said it is their role as communities of Greater Akobo and Ayod to ensure that these roads remain safe and functional. These roads will have multiple benefits, including human and commercial activities. You would recall that to date, the road between Akobo and Lukwangolo remains open. Communities along the borders have relatives across the borders and they have intermarriages. Take the case between Nyandid and Lokormaj, the community, the members of the group mentioned Lokormaj and Nyandid as neighboring communities and that they coexist. Communities along the borders maintain peaceful coexistence, including blood compensation. They mentioned that there was a case of a Murule that was murdered in Akobo, and the two communities came, they sat down and they said, since we are neighbors, we will settle this blood compensation. So they pay 50 cows to the Morale community, to the relatives of the victim. So that means they want to have peace. So it is a big yes that this road will be safe. That is the question of the safety of the road. The question of the safety of the road, they say the road will be safe. They will ensure that this road are protected and remain functional. You would also recall that in May 2025, 173 deserters from Nasser were received and accorded safe passage from Wanding to Akobo and then to Likwangole. That was a gesture of peace, and that means road should be open to promote peaceful coexistence. Youth and local authority will take it upon themselves to safeguard the safety and accessibility of the road. This is what the community also saying, that when these roads are open, they will protect these roads and they will accord safe passage to those who will need to use this road. They say benefit of the road. This road will not only allow people to move, yes, of course they will facilitate businesses. They will create safety to the escapees. There are so many abductees who are languishing in villages in GPAA, and they would want to cross. Up to date, many children and women corpses are being found along the frontiers. Those who died of thirst and exhaustion and anger, those who would always attempt to escape will find it very hard for them to reach the Lower area. But assuming that there are roads that are open that would make them to come home, they will be able to come. They will not die. They will have second chance to live. So that means it will create safe space for the escapees who will be safe to return from their captivity. Return to original places. The same group is also saying that people who are being displaced, because what the Morle call Nanam is what the Nuer call Biam from this side of the river. If these roads are open, these people will be safe to return to their original places in Biam, and they will be nearer the Morle than retreating into the interior part of Greater Law, where the gap between the communities will be wide and connectivity will be very difficult. Support, okay, they recommend another thing that support from Peace Canal and to mobilize communication and water resources to ensure or to enable road opening and sustainability. They are saying during the road opening, they will need communication gadget and maybe water, whether through water ponds to be excavated or borehole to be drilled along the road. Issue of accountability, if you may give me 1 minute to summarize. Issue of accountability as to why are you not informing government of where the abductees are. The reason why communities do not always inform the government is because the government has no capacity to enforce law and order in such communities where armed youth have become even more stronger than the government itself. So it's difficult to even apprehend culprit, even if that to be reported, that so and so has abducted children or is holding abductees or raided cattle. It will be even very difficult for you to send police to go and collect these children back. So that's one of the reasons as to why communities do not even bother to even report. Action that they recommended, the government should recruit community policing. This has been in the talking for quite some time. Again, they recommended that an integrated community police from the 3 greater community need to be recruited and be deployed accordingly. Big and unarmed communities are safe. That is the question, whether they will be safe to return to actually live in the newly established areas. The Nuer speaking group say yes, they are safe to establish their villages in those places. So long they don't allow these places to be used by criminal as launch pads to launch attack to Greater Jonglei. Let them be peace villages, but they should not harbor criminals to always launch attack in those places. Yeah, I think I better stop here. Thank you, Gordon.
Thank you, Greta Nuer. We can clap for them once again. Thank you. That brings us to the end of that session. We are entering into another yet very important and exciting session. We are sharing stories on positives that we have made so far. Okay, a little bit.
Gwalong menane jada kel bakarade. Ingo diala kone amat kono hare kene kone yakwen. Konte me akolo matun me ago jiu menana gore Simon. Shago here imorolini. Dara imorolini ke liu. Kana rei no hare ke liu kare jani. Mugur ko bagwa. Alagar no hare kone changa morolini. Amane morolini bira mi che ke lil moye. Kana me dien milat. Ale wo kui jonglei. Bo nyur ke la ko yeme da ko ampu ko wona le matar. Kamiel turiam la jeye. We nyur ke le sharp kwangole ko ne na ba do ba ko le. Bira mi ram buwa ko bi ko rayen turiam ko turiam won ton. Bi ko le jal ke. No me wa goro wa la le. Me gori ne wo ba do le. Moy ram yi ke lil moye mi chengre dara yeme turiam tere dara. Moy ram yi ko ampu mi let manadama me tere dara mi yeme ko ampu le ke liye. Roya me jero yana gone man rai denka. Sure.
Sorry, can you summarize that?
Are you hearing me now? Oh, are you hearing me now? Okay, fine. What Torbole said, he was commending and recommending the start of Peace Canal so that they can do the rotations. The start of Peace Canal from the Greater Kobo, Greater Bor, so that we can do exchange like those of, he was giving example like Tudriam can go to Uno and then Joseph Lilmoy can go to Greater Kobo and work there with people so that they can be changed and swap. They go and work there for some time and then they can be changed. They can go also to Bor. The stub of Bor can also go to Uno, can go to Beach, so that at least we should be able to see the new faces and also those of Joseph Lilimoy can go up to Walgak. So that rotation, the peace partners, if possible, just do that so that we can be able to see that when we see other people who are coming to our area, and then from there, the other people can know that there is a stability. So that is what he was recommending, Thor Police. Thank you.
Thank you, Thor Bolis. I think Peace Canal leadership will look into that because it comes with resources responsibility actually. But we'll see how we'll. A very important point. It has been our plans to have a staff rotated, including somebody in Rumbek can go up to Akobo. So this has been our plans, and we will implement it. Thank you for bringing it up. So we are going to the last session of the day. And this is about sharing some positives of what has been done in different areas. Which we're going to have a story shared by Cora Wo on the peace farms that have been established in Greater Pibor for the youth. Then we shall have Makwe Chot from Greater Kobana Youth, who will share some positive story on cattle trade. And then we shall have the Deputy Paramount Chief of Gumaruk, who will also share a positive story about Beach and Wuno establishment. And then we will also have a positive story on abductions by Honorable James Gatkur, the Commissioner of Uror, will share some positives on the abductions. And then the partners will have a part to also share on the livelihoods and resilience. That will be Mr. Mach. Yuang will have something to share about that. And then on the side of rule of law, if anything positive, Ujel is there to share with the forum. So we'll make it short. Each person is having 5 minutes to do this so that people can listen to some changes that have been positive. So I begin with the Greater Pibor youth leader, Cora Wo, to come and share with you what is peace farms and how is it changing their lives.
Ayen which are most go Junub with ya, which are about Queen. And the pure mirror rate to by you, what ya, or legend of Nally. Karo, I didn't hear, and getting a short core our me. Garin Jack and a bunch of youth, or when you jam and Angel Bejam, Nakachi when Kachakaloy. So when you be jam Nakakador along a tongue, we call a peace partners, which are later Lon Chakalu, and no man a leg, can a greater bore. War which I endum, which I end Machurokedia. Machurokedia, anong a pedan jene one could see. Machuroto, a loy ma college center, ma college peace center, Tobor County. Yene poor kukechil. Dom tok a lar ngalapik peace center. Yene poor kukechil, a chum. Dom tok a lar Duke County. Te Cholmarang Peace Center. Yene poor kwechom echil. Ache walk a corcot, I wake a corcot, where I go pro walk, a leg one. Any jam, it's the kedumka, Abananga coin, come cock away youth, along a GPAA, Ujola, Jonglei, event. Each day, now legal mea can be a Pibor, Abachol, what be Greater Panjak, Kujala Greater Kobo, Abu Gachol, Burep, Kayut, the Greater Bor, Chilua, Bukabangit, China Lekajalo, Canada Oregon. Piade yen yun yu ta cho be cha ret yun to do mi a cho be cha ka chi wen be ta ki ye kor waro ki ebe na le Quran ku wong randa de ki na chi rew ga pu ka chin be la kor okay aba jare reten agut ben na le dor chod lo nan ken kor nya le ke chi man lo wa yen so ne jam gu la yu ta cho be cha chan war yen cha abe che de ke pet ki yen ne na be ni ka cho be la kwal wa cho be la nak e che bi dom no yu zikin yen aba koy kok e ke polo wer abe ke cha ni yo ngui che de loy rande anong mane akabala rer ke na mane dom tok bi yare ten kwa bo ke na bi ka mai ten a jong no chu be a chu ko be no ma ding nga buông da be lar ko men de chan do re ben so ne jam ku la che de dum aba yu ta be dil maintain de tuk ko ba dil cha gap chete yu ko re do re ane jam le dum ayan jam we ko peace partner a chan wele kuna nong kitin e cher ke da kabina le jabe jowe ba be jowo kan wan wok do mi ke yen ding e twenya ret ku ka chin wan yen ke piu lel tin na ngi to a jwer de we anong han be ka we ben ke piu a lel tin ni ke do ji ko loy ra pa kor ari agrap ke piu to do mi ke chan bra bi chi le ke law kana liam na we ba ko wok e challenge no wo number 2 yen wo pan jongle or pan junu tu ke la nyal e dollar ci lir 25 kgs ay woje jene kero ko tero jene te ter war yeran to be ya cham ge chin ay la marane so ay ya lele ti de ran jene e jene a ce bar fin so ne jamul le kayine mun da mat ke ko wok ya ke ko wok crisis alok la nyal ku pir anyai ke so ne jamale mi tong den ware yen a ci dollar a ci cholo ci lir so pir ko pir roti a anwan ko jama we ta le ji kiti ni ku cham lakini to ma kiti ni jala da we chu le ji yen kiti na ci chir ke liu ani jamale ku la ko da ko tor chuk ku jala yum na nong de le rot ba wa me de gambut go wa ka ya lo wa pur ku bat ya ba we ci chuk jala ren kut daman 20 ding bera liu we ko ni wo ke chan ding a bia twen ku ko ba ka ja tor ku tada ni da nyai ke e ko dom yin ya dai na kuma da ran pur wo ke a chin wal wa chin kim aloran le be eti ka chama dinga chi der bran be du chan du ma to ke ku char nong char du ku jala char pa na gur ku cha den bor county ke chier ke dia chi tum so ne jam le kon ku wo nong en emergency drug clarity bi wala kun kene jal to nong we ku we akuma ku jala we man da ma chan wo ni pi de ran e wal ke mu di chen be pa chi ran che be en cho ka le ke be so ene jam la jam de dir dom da a chi wo le we ko peace partners when jam la ma jeremin a che jal chare amuji ai ji jal mading ma ko le chwe ben mading ki ya wo na de ko ma jeremin te ki je be char ma ko le chwe beloy belar kurchok achan ko kurchok a ko ko ne sultana nun ko ko nang la kat ba wurta nim kina liam na we kayine manadama ba koy wo ke rune pichar ma ko le chwe ba hor rune ba mat kene rew ta lo wo ke liam na ngi ni manadama we peace partner cha ba be wan ke kin lo wo chan kur chuk kor bloy che bi ma ko le chwe kor bloy che nyidi jola ngala pij gadyang ku jola ku jola mareng so ne jam dia yene dir ku koy ko ga ben we cha le rin ga un ku wa jong di la je.
Thank you so much, Korawo. I think he has shared what peace farms are doing to them. He said there will be reduction, and there is already reduction in the youth that are moving, escaping to Murle because they are busy working in their farms. They don't have time to go and steal. So he has outlined the challenges. I do not want to repeat them. Thank you so much. I would like to call upon Makwechot to come and share with us how the cultural trade has helped the youth leaders in Greater Pibor Ayot in contributing to peaceful coexistence. Makwechot.
cha kon dial ner kamal ma la kon dial shoda jenen dong cha leng wan ga shoda shala ma ko shot an kwar use ka wuror konti ka lo ne reda man yam de ja kam fatness ten kwa no go de mal anta ka jong lei de ja dung den ko betesin ke de yobdi de ya kam liya ga ma wona na an liya ya long ka tan sha la wiya ga won yam roi da ba kwa ka kwa bu kwa ga je tin la nyen mal an ba roi ka tin cha lat amal ko mal cha ton ko korun dang dok ke no korun ti dong wo ko ngwan ke die jin tam an min chi mal lat medan cha ko la ra wona na min yong na le bol an bol yong na ga je cha ko gu ye wona na awaran mi te ga mitot mi libe ke te ga mitot mi shamme che da ban pin ba on no ba thoi dor ka ba on no ba ri re jwain no mo cha ko gon medan ka chi fandanas che no nei a janen chi te ga ka den cha wole ka gar bur kon gar tin te ka ko ba cha nei le ka dor min che le ko jamen kon kata da ne ci UN le ne ke cha le ne man zamat cha ne mo ga yo cha ko wok te ko ne la wa go be bi jien de dien bi lo liu ga rew dong bi bol woje ta ma cha ka je ko cha ka je ko je cha ka je ka o lo yen okay ane wok cha ka je ko je cha ka je ka kon kon ne kon do wuro cha ko to tu cha to je tama ta ka ngwen tu ni ka janang jok ti cha mo ga yo ti chila ta jer ti ta re dien ma ta chunga ta ma pan cha shure cha li shure ngwen mu wa mai ngwa cha ka chung tama ta ka lat cha mo ga lat da UN tama ka pe cha ka lat la le ne ka yo ba ka nyo ka ne ko ken an cha lat ko ru me chuo me cha gwe cha dor je cha gan mare de jode cha ko lo nyo ko je biya ke cha ben nyo kam yo ko te kon kan yo ko to ka le den tama o ban ye dor okay ai ga ya wala gorna wana wotin ai ane gwa ci dwor ci chataga ka dia wat wan seled wana mo ane roi nanan dong roi ka sala de wona na ka pega yonu te ko na ya kam nei cha ko ya la ka wona na ba ka nang karan ka ba ka lo jok ko ne de cha ko to ko ne dang wel ka tung ne ka wurur cha ka lat ka kor phang dang die cha ka nyom moy ne ko ket ken kor ma ya ka loy ne to ta ma ne to chi wo rei ala ne ti chok ga janang diok cha ne da rew cha ka wonyo ko nong tu mar ne dang wel de kon kamal ya me ne de kon de cha ti mo go ba ko lo rei ka me da ne chu ne ka cha ko ti ka tho ka cha la go de ke le mo ka te ko ne cha gor ne cha la let an ta me cha ko che joy bo go ne ka wal ga west ke ka ko bo west chi ne dang wel ba chi ko ro nyo wo rei ka ne dang wel to ngon mi cha ko len lat ka the same ta da ne cha ko la de wona ne ba ja nang ka kor nang die mi chi to ko pa dan die bi nyo kam da mor to jow an tamma kan kontini to dang rewo to te yuro chobo ke tel ka ngwan mi goru mut an tamma marwaj kona tel ngwan mi goru mut ko yo ba ga to kan pai boro me liep kan ga kan dial ko do ran wo ta je do mada nyaga fana nas ka seibo wona ne ka kon kan tin dang rew to do cha ko bango to je dere nyirol kan dore chale ayot amane kan gan mar ko tidi dere nyol ke an wona ne kan yo ba ga ladi en tama ke wo cha ko ngai wona ne kan gok dir ga je ga do mu koy koy atama cha ko je guru wo do te do ba jan ko no je go ba do tin jel tin jen ka biji ka do je na wuno ka do je na il ko ngole ko ne ke leb ko gu ne wo ken go ba ko cha bu le pe ni ga ane kan ka to ka tin nyoga mal e jana lat go te ga mi go mi le na che ko kon la ne te ga mi go mi le ne liang ne fa na te ko ne cha no go ba ngwen ba ka lu ane wi ga won yam ka wi mi de te dun ba ko bi ngwen tin te jaw de ka nyogo ma di ko da kan dor nyogo je ki ma ya ga dor je da du da mal dar ko go yen kon dial da bo tel miluno kan te konde chako jek rei mala min te ko rei den tama man je nei tin ngot nong ne bo wona na gore je wona na banelat mi cirga lat chako lat banelat mi tega mi ci je la goro bi nyo kam da mor de jawdu ko nyo no kon dum bitega kon dial ana kan te kono goro dong ba chongsin choda janen chaling la chalat wonga go shala ma kweshat ka wurur county kan mal men banyo matine gon mal kon cha kono do bagalep cher ka ta chalat wonga do bagalep cha ka binyo ga ka kor bi morleni bi ne gok jego ke ba bel jego ko ken lin ne ga por di de long nei kontatin.
Thank you. Thank you, Tut. I think that was a very good remark at the end there. We try to be very time conscious. Let me have the Paramount Chief of Deputy Paramount Chief of Pibor to come and share some positives about the Nanam establishment. Anything good about Nanam establishment? It's okay, we can proceed. Okay. 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 Good thing about Nanam. Okay. Okay.
Good evening, everybody. So we really appreciate the partners who supporting us in Nanam side. What we are achieving now in Nanam. Okay. Gigi ka Joanna chabuno rata le chabil Nanama. Goni gija digira rod gunawa nyawun matar. Mano ko leo anyawun burobu golok na kwa ka Joanna connection chino ko ka chenol chel gunawa no ko leo. Agon o libere beta beche agon nago ngana pangkus borono ko leo kole o nyang matar ma nyaun connection che bugu do kal cha gon ning nante nen cha chen ngena o ni chi talin cha digir o gi cha pe ro tale anyak gol che ngane bi lakin ngan ke gol cha ka ku to de turwa gol che ngano la ta ke dal de ma ko rum guno ko cha rum ngana pangkus gini ki gi te nyara tale no ko leo ka rum ni te ile ngata te litamu kala ya bar bro tirte ande kadi ane alang ka bu goli ji goni de chode ko bona ka bu lo la le ko to kol na na mani ko cha alang abona rotale bro do ya bal ka joana e anya bu dol ge chane ya na ma de ben lu kwang le ani anu a gol jo chen gol chen tur no mano an ko ben town gini ki gichete te nyarota le jega chinna cha goni na na ma do karong ya ber gol jo ka zache kutugwe ki gol cha bon ka bu do ka nya gol cha ber dol ya ane an de ben bro ngin tuna en madina o bro no ko le gol ya ko ben ko de ma gol na ngana ko rum e bi gol ma rum lu kwang le tore kala ya bro karong ya ko de ma rum akoba asa wo ka bole ta don ba ka bole ta ben akoba la bag ma bada la bag lakin ol che der lan ka wona den ki challenge ye peror karong ya kala ya gini cho abon ka wona ol che der ol ya lan ka ko to ka bole ta don gije karong ke brief gole jaga tengene tenen anya yen ol zemen che kede ngante kala ya ka chi mela ko asa kamam ngante kamam kinna ma kam masaiva karong ya bukanyak bro kale ke ka ol community kel ngante ka bro ko jokta support ke kale jago ai kam cha pe karong ko shukran.
Thank you, Honorable Samuel. Thank you so much for sharing positives on the NAM establishment. I hope it will help moving forward. Please allow me to recognize the presence of Honorable Kwet Kwang Matik, Assistant Director for Coordination and Public Relations, National Minister of Peace Building. So we apologize. I looked for you in the morning, but I could not see you, and I've been busy. In case we have not recognized you early in the morning, we apologize for that. And, thank you so much for being with us. Quickly, I would like to turn to the Commissioner of Buror County to share some positives on the abductions in 2-3 minutes. Honorable James Gatkur.
Nere Kumadan, Jonglei and Pibor, nere Kwarman, nere Kwarbone, nere partners gone, nere commissioners, Male. Min yam, kelka take on a chana mother Pibor, and a guard take on to Nang Kanaman Bagatol. Countical, Banidang Gadam Bakel, Kiaman Bagano. Ladamo, Kana Waka Liu, Lakin Jatemetot, Yi Joycin. Kiega Urur, Lakin, Niwal Jom, Manitama, Chao Gad, Kanaman, Dandia, Chinega Loigo Bibor. Antama Raikone, Hiek, Kana Gadmetot, Katin, Baganangba, Biga Barrow. Con, Chao Gadandiok, Chao Kaja, Chao Lojo, Chao Nonga Bibor, Chao Nonga Urur. Ilo Chia Manakan, Chatether long, Changaita Maltin. Ka nyirol ga dan bangwan te kon te nang a du ker ga daro kan chalo jowto lakin te la ga te chalo ngi ka nyirol te chalo ga be bor ka ayot chan nang ga du korkel we jana madak te la gat mi chaje mi chalo ga be bor ka te la gat mi ben ka ga ne kon pailat te chalo jow an men de la ne gat kon ideal la jimal la ne bum onen michiga ben la loina ga jiken akobo chaga dan diok chakal lo jaw te gadi ya lo jaw ti ya nang be bo ga dan diok ba kan ba kan jakobo chaga dan diok chaga lo ga be bo ka chaga dan diok chaga no be bo chaga no ko be ta lo ay medi bi la de chonga wano thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Commissioner, for a wonderful summary of the abductees returned to GPAA. That is very important, and we thank Greater Pibor Ayut for the efforts despite the challenges ongoing. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Mach Yuang to come and give some positives on the livelihoods and resilience.
Thank you, Gordon. I want to take this opportunity to recognize the president of our government ministers in Jonglei and Greater Pibor, the commissioners, the chief youth, our mothers, and my colleague from the RSRTF, Bonadina, Male Kondial, Dwaldun Chiweruan. My name is Mach Anyang Yuang. I am the new RSRTF coordinator. RSRTF is working with all these partners, and I work for Well Food Program as a lead agency coordinating this program. I took over from my colleague, Lawrence Peter. Maybe many of you know Lawrence. A lot has been said by all the speakers this morning, by our mothers, by the youth, the commissioners, and the testimonies that you've heard from Korawo and many, and then the other colleague from Uror. Under the resilient pillar, just like the reconciliation pillar and stabilization, partners have been working with the armed youth, looking at alternative livelihood, changing them from cattle theft and cattle raiding, training them methods of cultivation, crop farming, vegetable production, and also village loan and saving. The village saving and loan that has been introduced into this program is to ensure the youth are able to generate income using a peaceful means to be able to support their families. We've been working with the youth in Anyidi. We've been working with the youth in Kadiang, in Pulbura, in Uror, in Burmath. We've been also working with them in Beach, in Uno, and CRS with the people who come from Greater Pibor in Beach. You know, over 1,300 households have been given seeds, have been trained on methods, new methods of farming. This is to change the focus from unhealthy livelihood for people to be able to produce food and be able to generate incomes. And that's what the partners have been working on. And we had conversation with the mother, the wives of some of these youth. They have narrated when they go to the farm, they are not worried that the husband will be killed. But when they go for cattle theft and cattle raiding, there is a lot of worry. Some of them will not come back. But when you are trading, you are generating income, we're producing food, you promote, you ensure that your family is secure, your family is food secure, and you are able to generate income. That's what we want to integrate into the peaceful means. So when the reconciliation pillar is working very well, when the stabilization pillar is working very well, there will be more room for resilience to be advanced, for resilience building. This is possible when peace prevails. Without peace, it's difficult for these other activities. So I'm glad that we are all of us here. We love peace. We want to ensure that we have stability in our communities. We want to encourage our interaction in the peace market. We want to ensure the roads are connected so that we interact with each other. That's what many youth have been telling us, that they need peace roads, they need peace market, and they want to interact with their neighbors. That's the direction we want to go. We want to see the mother, the youth being trained to generate income in a very healthy way, in a way that is peaceful, the way that is sustainable. That's only things where we can be able to achieve peace and food security in this country. So thank you so much, the ICGS, for this participation and for the testimonies that are shared.
Thank you, the coordinator of RSDF project, Mr. Mach Rank. Thank you so much for that. I would like to invite another livelihood lead from Pop side to add few things to what Mach has just concluded. Mr. Robert Rufino, you're welcome.
Yes, all protocol observed. Just to add few things based on what has been mentioned. I believe the last ICGS we held in Kobo, I think we had discussions with the youths from Greater Bor, Greater Murule side, and then the Greater Dinka. And we agreed with a lot of things that we plans to do. So I would like to bring to your attentions all what we have agreed. We have already started doing it, which we started the cattle trading, which was started in Uro. And we have got a very great testimony from Machot on how the cattle trading is moving on. So the idea is that we are not only going to do in the Greater Akobo sites. So what we did was to ensure, given we have a pilot in Uro, and then we started to also have more other pilots in other areas. Just to bring to your attentions, we have now a cattle trader association in Walgak, and then we went to the extent of having in Manibol, that is Gumuru, and then we went to the site of Greater Bor, where we have for the 3 counties, one for Bor South, for Duke, and then for Twitch East. So the idea is that we would like to link, because Bor is a unit, the market center, we want to link all the youth from all these areas. Because we know all the cattle come from Bor, from those areas they come to be sold in Bor. So the idea is to ensure that we create that passage for the youths to be able to move freely, to be able to do the cattle trading. And we have seen that due to the cattle trading, the testimonies are that we made it very clear for you to be a member of these associations, you must not engage in cattle raiding, women abduction, and child adoptions. Once you are a member of these associations and you involved in these activities, you will be removed from it. And we've seen tangible results that the youths are benefiting from this cattle trading. And what we are asking is that we need to get more testimony of this so that we can be able to expand to all the other counties when we get a good success stories from other areas. Because we know side of Niro, sides of Lukwangole, these are not yet targeted. But what we need is that we need good success from all the area where we have piloted. And then secondly, we have just established the peace farms where we are currently doing in Greater Bor, Twitch, and then Duke. The peace farm is a pilot. The idea is to see how do we increase production at the same time to engage the youth to be busy doing farming. Now, the peace farms, the main idea is to ensure that the communities, the youth from Murule will start coming to that side of Bor, especially Maculture, to be able to have a lot of exchange visits. The idea is that we're going to start planning to ensure that during the cropping season, we're going to have series of exchange visits between the youth of Murule to come and see those farms which are operating in this Greater Bor. So be willing to be able to come to these peace farms to be able to see what is ongoing. And then we are going to see if it goes well next year, we are going to see how we can plan to expand to the Murule side, especially the east side and the west side. So we encourage you to be able to come and visit these farms where we're going to have that collaborations. So thank you so much. We hope you to have more interest on this and put more emphasis on these peace farms and the cattle trading, which is going to really support the communities. Over.
Thank you, Mr. Rufino. The last speaker will be Mr. Ujil from UNMIS. He has two things to share in 1 minute or two on the success of the RSTF project, side of rule of law.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all of you. All the protocol remain observed. From rule of law and accountability aspect under RSRTF, you know the stabilization pillar is leading by UNMIS rule of law together with UNDP. First of all, we would like to acknowledge the commitment of the Jonglei and GPAA authority to join in a national level conference and made specific commitment towards rule of law and accountability in an agreed manner. We have to acknowledge the presence of the newly appointed GPAA chief administrator. At that time, he was totally new in his role. Even he didn't visit Pibor, but we have seen that he joined that conference and showed his commitment, which is a good sign for all of us that Jonglei and GPAA authority is super serious on rule of law and accountability. Number two, we have seen a mobile code under our current RSRTF. It has been arranged by the support of the government, judiciary, and of course, we supported this thing. And in phase 1, in Pibor mobile code, the court has adjudicated 21 criminal cases. Among them, 16 persons were convicted. This is a good sign of rule of law and accountability. The Pibor mobile code phase 2 is going to happen from 3rd July this month. It will continue 1 month long. That means in August it will end. So these are the good example of rule of law and accountability. On the other hand, I should acknowledge the presence of our UNMIS Civil Affairs Division colleague here. They, together with Peace Canal, they created lots of youth dialogue as well as awareness session that also talked about accountability aspect. UNDP, one of our key partner on the stabilization pillar, they created huge awareness through their partners on rule of law and accountability. That's why this ICGS, what we are seeing here, you people, you are talking about accountability, which is different than previous ICGS. I would like to close with a line. My observation is when we talk about accountability, most of the time we think that government/state will do this sort of thing. They will ensure police, they will ensure prison security, they will ensure all other aspect that most of the time we feel that it is a government responsibility. But for the sake of a good discussion of these ICGS, I would like to request the ICGS platform members to look into themselves, as accountability is not only a government responsibility, rather it lies in both hands. So community, as a community representative, you also can discuss among yourself either who are those perpetrators hiding among you, who are those people that state police is looking for. There are some incidences where the perpetrators may be known by you. So please help the government to see a good country, South Sudan, with rule of law and accountability. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Ujil. At this juncture, I invite David Vincent, the Deputy Team Leader for POP, to come and have the last session.
Thank you. I'm not giving a speech. We have 15 minutes to close. And for us to close, I would invite you all to stand up. Before I invite Honorable Malwal to close up, can we all stand up? It's been a long, long day. So we can stretch a little bit. This session is going to extend a little bit. We started off this morning looking at the opening where we have the two excellencies that were here. After that, we looked at some of the progress that we've made by community. We looked at that. And then we also asked ourselves some of the questions, and we had the conversation. We looked at that as well. And then the last session now, we looked at some of the success stories. And I think what we've heard are quite beautiful stories. So before we go home, I want you to take first about 10 to 15 seconds. Just think about today. Think about today and what stood out for you. What did you observe from morning until now? Before I invite Honorable, just think for about 30 seconds. Think. Let's have a moment of silence. Think about what happened today. That's wonderful. We're still standing up. We're not sitting down yet. Now, I want to go around and you tell me what stood out for you. It's not a speech. It's just one thing that you found today. This stood out for me today. You put up your hand, I'll come to you. It's not a speech. It's just one thing that stood out, not a speech.
Ai ka juana na bonat ti ganonto e ji kurunto ke ben gotona ka ke dalogan.
We haven't got the English. I'm coming back to you.
Thank you. I like the government stating that it takes the involvement of government to achieve. The government admitting that without their involvement, it will be difficult to achieve accountability.
It would be difficult. That's good. One thing.
Min chanen ke joya pujen wonen an kuma kana mana da mat ya adian mat wo kan bigala da bum ka ngula ka wonen jan ke joy dual na na ka juba ka dual na ka biji bije kana to ya la lang ken kan an na na ma ke joy long go kel kel mo go along.
Very good. Okay.
Gwa alamen chane na worun an ngoda kan kwar ko na kan kan ben. Joje wo chilia bato teramberan nyokana. Gwa zan chi kwar kon ben kwa darau tinta ka jonglei ala kwaranta ka Pibor kana kwaranta ka jonglei kan ka kwar mala te go. Gweje maden chanan manron tem changa e mal chatawano.
For me, what comes to my mind is the word perseverance. Despite the difficulties, we have the faith that we can make a change.
Very good. Perseverance.
What I've understood in this meeting is that this meeting has brought a lot of hope to the people outside the world. And this one means that peace will begin with me. And this meeting has encouraged me to make more sensitization to the people in the grassroots.
Very good. I'm going to come across. I'll come.
Okay, thank you for the chance. In my opinion, in this meeting, we got a lot, and also we learn a lot on issue on concerning the structure, the road, to be easy for us as a government to capture the criminal in both sides, Jonglei State and GPAA. And also the issue of coordination and communication. It is very good for us to have communication, to know each other's. If there is any child abduction in any place or in the grassroots level, we can reach that place through the communication and coordination. Yes, thank you.
Great, thank you. I'll take 3 comments and then we finish. Yes. I'll come back.
Awacha leo don na baraka babane kadene abonna wodo tinyere bar baka vechi burto abona gerane kale chi chilang bodo ka badakal bal kele ka badakal ka bar kiti ka baban na nen kadene dit de gidi chini gerane.
Yeah, thank you. To me, just like we were actually in zero first, but at the moment, I find myself and also people that were attending ICGS all the times in the different stage, because what we're discussing today or what we discussed last time, it is actually in the action point. That is why we had voice from UNO, we had voice from Bishibish, and then, even our words has been worldwide is actually watched. And then 2 leaders of ours are also there here. We give them all our work, all our, commitment for them to give us, full responsibilities of handling the communities. That is what I'm seeing. It has a lot of changes, even apart from what we are doing, but among ourselves, those who are actually on peace process, we're actually getting, maybe if it is 5 steps, we are already now only remain 1 step to over, to cover all the process. Thank you.
Sultan, I will come. Sultan, I'll come. Just very. Just very.
Yeah, thank you. I've seen the feeling of the people within this hall. They feel it that they would not capture the child of somebody to make it your child. They feel it that the Greater Jonglei, they are now in a dangerous situation all over the world, abducting the child of your brother and your sister. You are holding it. We feel deeply guilty inside. This is what I have seen, the mood of the people today.
And last one, come to Sultan.
Thank you. What I have observed so far today, I have observed the spirit of feast present in all of the stakeholders around, because the stakeholders have shown commitment. They have realized their mistakes. The community have expressed the way forward in all the areas. And I've seen God has blessed this because there is a real acceptance of coexistence from the members. Thank you.
Last one. This is the last one, and we can.
Ayen door chu kwan chu red ko chi ma na ma da chi ko kwan chu ka chi lo wo yi ko koi to ten ka na wo lo bi ka wo enwer ku yo ko mur le ku yo ko jien ko chin koi pe be to bi ka chin koi da ko be to door chi lo wo yi ko koi to ten ko bu jo ngot ka ler ku bi bu le koi kwa wen te ran yo kwan chu ayo ku nyang UN chin ko ken ping wada kuma mana kuma wada chi ping kul ka dor chi ru abe to ne yin ko bu ga nun de abe ta kwan chuk ne ga nun kana ya ngi ka dor ko le a chi ba dung ka mi abe lo kuma chi ne bia kuma ting bu biok.
Sorry, I said last one, but I'm gonna give Mama.
Kapia chatting ne ko le do dai. Pasal kuan wan wo kuanya pis kanal kuanya wo. Chi ka bana ye manda ne ye ko le. Ka che pya the do da che ting. Ka wo yo ko che ma de do. Jam pya ti wo jam ko. Yana chi wo ko ka una ting. Ka jam wo. Aya ngo do da che del pya. Anen ka te ne do. Ka ya yo bu jo tuan pe nya long ko.
I'm going to carry forward Tamuto. I'll carry you forward to tomorrow morning. All right? Now, for those who are facing this way, perfect. Anybody who is facing this way, I want you to face that way. All of you. We look back there. All of you, you face that way. Let's look at those guys let's face them. Turn and face those people. Very good. So all our eyes are reflecting to these guys and you can see them. They're quite amazing. They did an amazing work. So let's all clap our hands to our interpreters. Without them, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Honorable Malwal Kon Gabriel to close our meeting for today. Thank you.
Fadal. Thank you, Mr. David. I think we had enough communication and we have given speeches in the morning. And I think it is time to make some few remarks in regards to other settings. And then from there, we will be going to our hotel. Number one is appreciation to our partners for doing this amazing job by bringing all the participants and ensuring that they participated in this important ICGS meeting. Number two, I would like to thank our sister Adut Salfakir, who was with us here yesterday. Her presence gives hopes to our participants that the government and the First Family will take up our resolutions. And indeed, the message has been very clear. This morning, His Excellency, the Governor and the CEA also came here and reiterated that the ICGS members are going to meet His Excellency, the President and the Vice President for Economic Cluster. So my message to you is that do not worry, when are you going to meet the President? His Excellency, the President is still away, but he's going to come back this week. So we will continue with the ICGS until our last day of deliberation. And then the first person we'll meet is the Vice President of the Republic for Economic Cluster, Dr. Benjamin Bolmel. And then after all, we will now go to the President. This is for your information. And also your hotels have been extended. I have written an extension letter to our partners to extend your days. And then the government will also take up from where they have supported. So we are collaborating and we will ensure that your being in Juba is of advantage for you to ask your government on what you need the government to do for you. So another information is that His Excellency, the Governor, is also organizing for us a late lunch tomorrow. So this will be communicated officially tomorrow in the afternoon. So all of us will have that clear information tomorrow when everything is set. So I believe our participation will make positive change in our communities. And I believe all of us have got peace in our heart since the day we started this ICGS. And that's why we are always here and we are committed to it. So let us also bring on board our brothers and sisters that are in the villages to be members of this important forum. And they should also disseminate peace to our people. Thank you so much. Our meeting is adjourned. Shukran jazilan.
Thank you, Honorable Minister Gabriel Malwal Kon. I would like also to recognize the work that has been done by Jagwong. David, you forgot to let's clap for the media, the Jagwong media production. Thank you so much, guys, for the good job. We are coming here tomorrow at 8:30. That's when we are beginning. So we should be here by 8. I would like to, Mama, come and pray for us.
Erin ga wun ko wa ko jong di da jik. Ayen mi kan ya le wel ko na wan chu ko le la bu ko chwa da long. Ti chok in wel wel. Ku ka na pio no wel nya le. Ka chen ka le ro. Ku ri ala ba na to ka nya le. Ke ye le na lo ye lo nya le ke ye le lo la ye lo nya le. Wo bi wo ka ma da long. Long a tai. Lang ko. Ba ndi ping long da. Yin chu ko le ya bi pi du no we ko. Na lo di cha lo na wo nya le ndarem. A go ku ngo na do du no na de ke do ra yum. Go wa chari ale de ngapin. A lir piet ni ale ndarem. Manda na ye ko le cho ye mala jik. Na gan wai ka dia chi wo ko woni ben mat pin de juba. Ka ye na se ma da ni ale ndarem. Na yo ku rai lo wo dia ko wo mit ko. Palo wo ka rai ko ni ale nda. An ti piet ni nyen cha lo na chot. Palo wur ku na ka rai ke na ben. Ku ye na ka kala yum chi ko kor pa na juba ni ale nda. Yin ka ko ma ne yin. Achira chiro de loy ku ka ye pol. Cho do ri ler ku be ka do te ka che ka repit nyalinda. Wo chel jam ne chawan ku ka ye ka la ya lwet ku ge do ra yo ku ngi ka be ya yi. Baba tiang wo ne ri ali ku mana jik. E yin ka re le to wa wen ma dol. Achen lwel dang de ka le wo do lwel ka cha ku nam chir kan. Yin ka mer wo ba wo ja de gan wa. Yin mana ta yara cha cha ne al de chin char. Yin ka wo ta pe na gala yo ben. Yin ju wo ben ma du duon cha jwe na yin. Nya le cha ya lo chir ka re ho na yen bu ku ya tak. Ku chu ku be ya ta di marim ko pin. Nyong do ko ku je na mit kwa. A chu ka ka ni na ka ra ko nyong do ko ne ya ko le. Wo dia ni nam ku wo chu wo ne al tu na ge nu tok bandit. Koin wong na dor pia tie wa da wut ku yen wok chi ka ka pan den pol ka chin men den jot ku ka chi ran den na. Cho ya ka la yum ba ka ba ya la tiol pin den ka je ka lew pa na junu bu Sudan. Wo chi rai ka di na nan wan nya linda. Na ya yin chi ko ga la tu tar pin den na chan ba ko wa ba lo ka pia chi ka na ka cho ya kol kol ku yin chu ko le cherin ka derin ka ya chu ka so bandi da.
Shukran. The last announcement is safeguarding, safeguarding plan. Please, hey, toot, we're still announcing, please. Can they translate? Announcement safeguarding plan. For the women of Greater Pibor, if there are issues that they are facing, they can talk to Rebecca Nyadeng. You can stand so that they can see you. That is Greater Pibor women. For Greater Akobo Youth, if there are issues, they can talk to Mary Nyado Biel. She's there. For the Greater Pibor Administrative Area, they can talk to Mama Mary and Anna. As we go out, please put the headset on your chairs, leave them on your chairs, so that tomorrow we can use them. Put the headset on the chairs. Thank you so much. We are reporting here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Thank you so much. God bless you. Good night. Yeah.
And thus bring us to the close of today's seventh Intercommunal Governance Structure Sessions here in Juba, a day marked by the frank dialogue, shared commitments, new hope for lasting peace between Jonglei State and Greater Pibor Area. As delegates head home, the calls remain clear to turn this discussion into actions that strengthen the security, unity, development for our communities. From Farm Africa in Juba. Thanks for watching Ajaguang. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue to follow the journey toward peace and progress for all this session. We shall be live tomorrow by 8:30 as it was announced. Thank you. Bye.